Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV, and Liverpool have just beat Arsenal 3 goals, 2-0, and it was a belter. Mate, away from home at the Emirates, by the way. Oh, and if you do not know, get to know. If you do not know, Diogoat is the best Portuguese player in world football, then get to know. If you do not know that Nathaniel Zini Van Phillips is a very, very good centre-back, then get to know, because there would have been loads of Arsenal fans before the game saying, oh, our pace is going to destroy the defence of Liverpool. You've only got Kabak and Nat Phillips. Well, now you know about Kabak and Nat Phillips. Welcome to the Kabak and Nat Phillips show. Welcome. We've been waiting for you. Do you get what I mean? That's what happens when you've got a defence that's actually compact. That's what happens when you've actually got a centre-back partnership that plays more than 2 games in a row. And people, you know, there's so many neutrals to put aside them injuries, and I don't want to spend the first minute of what was a very good 3-0 win talking about injuries. I really, really don't, but it's a factor. Why did we play so much better today than what we have all of 2021? Well, let me think. Players have actually stayed fit. Players are actually available for the manager to choose. And he's got options. He started James Milner in the midfield today when he could have started Ox, he could have started Naby, he could have started Curtis. And even though them players are sometimes fit as well as injured, if they're fit, they're most likely recovering from an injury. Now we don't have them issues. Naby's been back for a while, Ox has been back for a while, Milner's been fit for a while. There's no one really recently that I can properly think of that has had a serious injury. And that's a massive, massive thing to take away from that. Also, can I mention, Robbo's rested for the Real Madrid game because he never played the last half an hour. You've got Gini Wijnaldum, who never played a minute of football today. Oxlade-Chamberlain, who never played a minute of football. Naby Keita, Curtis Jones, all these players who never played a minute of football. We finished that game against Arsenal with a back four, brace yourselves, with a back four of Milner at left back, Nat Phillips, Reece Williams, and Trent Alexander-Arnold as our back four. And we got a clean sheet. That was the way it ended. But mate, just from start to finish, you knew who the better team was. From start to finish, you knew the better manager. Troops came on this chat, oh, who's a better manager? By the way, Troops doesn't think that Arteta is a better manager than Jurgen Klopp. Let me get that clear. But he still tried to put him in above Klopp in the combined 11 this season. Don't put a manager who's barely in the top 10 and in the Europa League in the same conversation with Jurgen Klopp, even if he's underachieving. Because now, if you didn't know, get to know. Now you know what Jurgen Klopp can do when he actually gets given a team. Because we haven't had a team all season. We've had a team there, we've had a squad of players, but it's a very new team. So just to expect him to keep getting these same results that he was getting with a team last year and the year before, it was deluded, it was absurd, and I'm surprised so many football fans jumped on that, and they never really put context into it, because now you're seeing what context means. And I know it's only 2 games, but that's now what, 2 wins in the Premier League, 2 clean sheets, 3 wins overall. And one of them was in the Champions League, another clean sheet. Like, mate, it's not just we've lost 6 games and now we're winning 3. It's not just patches. It's genuine. There's reasons for why what is happening is actually happening. Also, by the way, what have I been screaming for months? Naughty me, because I actually could be wrong. I've been saying for months, top 4's done. No doubt about it, it's finito. There's no point in even thinking about that. Let's just focus solely on the Champions League, because I don't really want Europa League either. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. By the way, top 4 just may be back on. Might be wrong, might be stupid, look stupid all the time, and that's absolutely marvellous. But mate, like, let's just be real. Top 4 could be Chelsea lose 5-2 to West Brom. Leicester City, even though they're well clear, look how many big games they've got left of this season. In terms of the traditional big 6 side, they've got many. They've got Chelsea, they've got Spurs, they've got Arsenal, got some massive games coming ahead. They've just lost to City today. So when you're putting all that into context, mate, top 4 could very well be Liverpool's. I know you can't ignore West Ham. I know you can't ignore Everton, who have got 2 games in hand. I know you can't ignore Spurs, who have got a game in hand. But you also can't ignore Liverpool no more. So me saying we've got no chance of getting top 4, but saying Everton have a chance, that'd be absurd of me, because we probably now have more of a chance than them. So let's take that and let's run with it, because now there's a proper purpose for the end of this season. It's not just Europa League, it's not just the Champions League, there's more than that now. And the fact that we won this game, having one eye on the Real Madrid game, because that was clear, and still get the 3 points, people, I'm sorry, that's just tremendous. So let me know in the comments down below who your man of the match was. I'm going to go into the player ratings right now, actually, so let's do it. Alisson in goal, Ian Rush, a.k.a. Ian Rush, in his prime, mate. He looked absolutely sensational and also had a very good game. Was there a moment or two where his passing was a little bit later than what I would have hoped? Yes, but that's Alisson and that's what he does. So the fact it never led to anything bad, we're going to let him off with it. We're going to give him an 8. Left back, Robertson. Not going to lie, someone said in the stream, Robertson's being quiet today. I disagreed with that, and I disagreed because I didn't think Robertson was quiet, because I thought he was actually involved in the game. But he weren't vintage Robbo. Some of the balls weren't quite as crisp. The positioning weren't quite as there. He seemed to have rushed a lot of the crosses that was actually put on a play for him, essentially, in terms of being able to put the ball in. So it weren't his greatest, it weren't his worst. It was just one of them, so I'm going to give him a 7. We still got the 3 points. He got taken off after 60 minutes. Sam with that. Yeah, man, sweet. So we'll give him a 7. Right back, Trent, got an assist. Overall, had a pretty good game. Never really had too much trouble down that right-hand side against Aubameyang. Got to give him, even going forward, going back, Jurgen Klopp said it in his interview, solid all round. I'm going to give Trent an 8. And at the end of the day, people will say Trent doesn't deserve to be in the English. People will say Trent is not good at defending. He's a good defender. He's just nowhere near as good as his attacking. And he is one of the best attacking fullbacks in... No, sorry, let me rephrase. How dare I? He is the best attacking fullback in world football. And if you do not know, get to know. And I'm not just saying that because of one win against Arsenal. This season, consider yourselves lucky, because City might have still went and won the league, but everyone else needs to consider themselves lucky that Liverpool have basically gone on vacation due to circumstances, due to, things out of our own hands. And now you're seeing that. So Trent, around players that he's familiar with, players like Fabinho, players like Salah, no one really chopping and changing. He's now got a centre-back partnership next to him that he's knowing more week in, week out. He's now seeing Thiago more in that midfield, so he's getting more used to his surroundings. It's not just chopping and changing. Bear in mind, Trent's a young player as well, by the way. He's not supposed to just have everything on lock straight away. So keep that in mind. Again, context is a massive, massive thing. Trent gets an 8. Centre-backs, Nathaniel Dini Van Phillips will get a 8.5. Always looks better, keeps improving week by week. Can't believe how good he actually fucking is. That's why he gets that. And then Kabak, he will get, again, 8.5. Both very solid, and they come as a pair. And, in terms of a partnership, I want to be seeing that, to be honest with you, mate. I want to be seeing a partnership in terms of two players who want to defend, and that's the way they think. It's defence first and nothing else. They don't give a fuck about anything else other than heading that ball away from the goal or clearing that ball away from the goal into where we can cause them problems, and there's no problems for us. No fussying about, no fishy dallying, none of that, mate. We just went for it, and that's why I like Kabak and Nat Phillips, and I'm not going to lie, they bring a lot to this team that is actually massive in terms of heart, fight, but also on the ball. In terms of getting that ball just up and away. But anyway, that's the back four ratings. Midfield, who started in midfield? Fabinho, great game. I believe he got given man of the match as well, but overall, even without seeing that, I knew he had one of the more standout performances. I'll give Fabinho an 8.5. Since moving back into that number 6 role has just been immense. He's a monster, mate. He's one of the best players in world football. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll kick you in the head. And do you know what, mate? He'll have a pop from 40 yards. Sometimes he'll score, sometimes he'll won't. But that's what you want your CDM to do. You want him to be that player who's just controlling the game, and then every once in a while, just have a little shot. Fabinho will get a 9 from me to... 8.5. To give him a 9... He might have just needed to get a little assist or goal. But an 8.5 based on everything else that he's done. Thiago and James Milner. I feel like Thiago had a good game. Going to give him an 8. James Milner, someone who I was a bit in two minds about James Milner. Not going to lie to you about him starting, but he ended up having a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we moved him to left back when Robbo came off, because I don't think midfield was the position for Milner in this game today in terms of what we needed in that position. But for the time that he was there, brilliant. And when he went to left back, brilliant. So an 8 for Milner. And I gave Thiago an 8 because, again, a much better game. It shows what happens when you put a Thiago in there with good players. He plays good. He plays very good, actually, and he played very good today. So 8 for Thiago. Front three, Mo Salah, who got a goal, I thought he had a very good game, so I'm going to give him an 8. Outside of it, created a lot of movements, had a few chances. Mo Salah was sound today. Was it vintage? No, but still. Jota, oh shit, Jota never even started. Let me not skip to Jota the Jota. Mane, I thought Mane was better. Again, no goal or assist, but was getting more involved. He had a chance or two that he should have taken, but still, confidence seemed to have grown just a little bit, and that's what you want for Mane. You want him to grow confidence, because that's the thing, I think at least, that he's been missing most recently. So give Mane a 7.5, and then we'll give Bobby a 7.5 also, because, again, alright game for Bobby, but just not perfect, and that's the only way I'm going to look at it. But I'm not slandering no one off today's performance. Brilliant. But now let's talk about Gini Wijnaldum. Now let's talk about Diogo Jota and whoever else came on the pitch. Diogo Jota gets an 11.5. Best Portuguese player in world football. Bruno who? Cristiano what? I don't give two shiny shites. Thank you very much. Good night. Gini Wijnaldum, he will get a 7.5. Thought he had a good game. But let me talk about Diogo Jota again. How dare us? We would have took Neto over Jota at the time if you asked us. We would have took Adama Traore over Jota at the time if you asked us, and we would have paid more for both, most likely. We've gone and paid 40 million for Diogo Jota, and it was maybe the best piece of business we could have ever done. Ever. And I'm saying ever, because we've just won the Premier League, and you saw the drop. You saw how embarrassing it's been. Diogo Jota, he's kind of like that Coutinho. The one player that really brings this team to another level. Because Fabinho, you need Fabinho in the team to keep the team together and make it look good. But in terms of getting that ball in the back of the net, Fabinho won't do you that. It's going to be the players who are going to actually finish the ball and get it in the back of the net. Diogo Jota is that type of player. He was unreal today, and it was just good to see for the whole team, man, to get the 3 points. A very much needed 3 points, and let's just see if we can build a little bit of momentum. Let's go to Real Madrid, see what we can do there, and we can hope for the best. But people, let me know in the comments down below who your man of the match was. Before we do end this video, though, I do want to show you a clip that we were recording on 888 Sport. Link is in the description if you want to go and see the full video. Here it is.
There's lots of players, but ultimately, I think if we're fair, this becomes a debate between Cristiano Ronaldo and Thierry Henry.
I would put Sergio Aguero in this. The Aguero thing, for me, look, I can do this and take my Man United hat off, because I think it's a bit cliche when you just only go for your players. Like Cristiano Ronaldo, definitely in this conversation, because he's one of the best ever players that football's ever seen. So to bring him to the Premier League, he's in this. Thierry Henry, for me, changed what a striker was at that time. For me.
So yeah, people, if you want to go and see the full video, then click the top link in the description. But people, thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Come on, you mighty Reds, for the 3 points. And yeah, we will see you all later. Peace out.